Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, Ahbi finally married Tanu, and Aaliyah was the master plan of it, and Ahbi blamed Pragya for it, so make sure you watch the full video to the end, to find out more. And please click on the subscribe, and click on the notification bell beside it. Without wasting your time, let's start our today updates. Tanu says let everyone hate me, but nobody can harm me. She says you stopped Ahbi and my marriage, and that's why I threw you out of his life. She says Ahbi kicked me out from his house, and that's why I am marrying him and will stay in his house. She says I want to take revenge from both of you. She says Ahbi wouldn't have married me easily and that's why I accused him of rape. She says I have submitted the fake proofs in court, rubbed his laundry clothes with hers to take his DNA on her clothes. She says it was not difficult for me, recording was till the camera fell down. She says it was very dark, I ran from there and Ahbi run behind me, he thought some game is going on. She says everyone believed me that I was raped, tells that she didn't get anything from her love, but getting everything from her plan. She tells that her plan is successful and asks her to sit there, till she goes and marries Ahbi. She asks Pragya if she knows about truth serum injection and tells about it, tells that if it is given in more quantity then the human can faint. She asks if you want to try this and tries to give her injection. Pragya shouts for help. Tanu says nobody is here. Pragya tries to stop her, and the injection gets injected in Tanu's hand. Tanu faints. Pragya takes her mobile and leaves. Aaliyah asks Ahbi why he didn't get ready yet. Ahbi says he is waiting for Pragya's call. Aaliyah says if judge and lawyer comes. Ahbi says I am not his relative. Pragya calls Ahbi. Ahbi asks where is she. Pragya says work is done. Ahbi asks which work. Pragya says she gave bridal dress to Tanu and got her confession too. He gets happy and asks if I am dreaming. Pragya says she has confessed how she showed fake proofs to take revenge from you. Aaliyah says I will inform everyone. Pragya stops her and asks her to just tell the family members. She says first we will marry in the mandap and will show video to the judge after that. Aaliyah asks about Tanu. Pragya tells that Tanu got the injection mistakenly and fainted. She says she fears that Mr. Singhania will go to Tanu's house. Aaliyah says she will send someone to take Tanu from there. Ahbi tells that he is happy and can marry Pragya every month. Pragya smiles. Ranbir thinks today is Chief's marriage and tomorrow is mine. He thinks to do something to stop his marriage. He packs his clothes. Aryan asks what is he doing. Ranbir says I won't let my life ruined. Aryan asks what do you want. Ranbir says Pragya auntie is trying to stop the wedding for her true love. He says even I have to do something for my true love. Aryan asks what is his plan. Ranbir says I will tell later. Aryan says he will also come with him and takes his clothes. Rhea gets upset with Mitali and asks her to get the decoration done by Prachi. Aaliyah comes there and tells that Pragya has taken the confession of Tanu. Rhea and Prachi get happy. Aaliyah asks them to go and get Bai ready. She asks about Pandit Ji. Mitali says Pandit Ji haven't come. Aaliyah says she will call him. Ranbir leaves. Aryan thinks to inform Aaliyah, but then stops himself thinking Ranbir's life will get ruined because of me. Ranbir is driving the car and thinks of Prachi. Manmurade plays, he hits a car and gets down from the car. He says I am so sorry bro. He sees Pradeep in the other car. Pradeep is drunk and tells that he had a fight with Tanu and she betrayed him. He sees him and realizes seeing him in Ahbi's house. Ranbir tells Pradeep that he can make Tanu lose with his truth and then she can't betray him. Pradeep says I will come with you and will reveal Tanu's truth to everyone. He says I know Ahbi don't want to marry. Ranbir asks him to get down from his car and come in his car, says we will expose Tanu. Rhea comes to Ahbi and says she heard mom. Ahbi says your mom has done this and tells that she knows how to change the game and do miracle. Prachi comes there and says she is very happy. Ahbi says he will marry Pragya again, as you both will be with us. Rhea takes turban and tries to make him wear. Ahbi asks Prachi to come and tie brooch. Prachi and Rhea help him get ready. Mitali asks Pandit Ji to check the stuff. Aaliyah gets Judge's call. She picks the call. Judge tells Aaliyah that he couldn't be present there physically, as Mr. Singhania asked him to attend the wedding as Tanu sees father figure in me. Mitali thinks what? He asks, can I attend the wedding on video call? Aaliyah says okay, we will connect your call to the screen so that you can attend her wedding. Judge says okay. Aaliyah asks Mitali to call by. Judge calls Aaliyah and says decoration is beautiful, asks about everyone. Aaliyah says everyone went to get ready. Ranbir asks Pradeep not to drink much. Pradeep says if he drinks then we'll say the truth. Ranbir gets worried. Ahbi gets Ranbir's call and tells him that you will not believe whom I met. Ahbi asks who. Pradeep says I met him, Tanu's husband. Ranbir tells Ahbi that he is bringing him there. Mitali comes to Ahbi and says Judge came on screen. Ahbi asks Ranbir to bring Pradeep there. Ranbir thinks he knows how to make Pradeep get rid of drunk. Pragya comes there. Ahbi says we will show proofs to Judge. Pragya says not now, first we will marry and then show the proofs. Prachi says they are lucky to see their parents' wedding. Mitali asks Pragya to get ready. Ahbi takes phone from Pragya, kisses on her cheeks and goes. Pragya prays to God to make everything fine. Aaliyah asking Mitali if all the arrangements are done. Mitali says yes. Ahbi talks to the judge and thanks him for attending the marriage. Judge says I never attended the wedding on call, case is dropped, you both shall get married and says if you don't get married then Tanu has to go to jail. Ahbi asks Aaliyah to go and bring Pragya. Aaliyah says I will bring the bride. Aryan calls Ranbir and asks him to wait there. He comes out and asks who is he. Ranbir says he is Pradeep, Tanu's husband. They take him to Ranbir's room. Aaliyah comes there. Ranbir says he is Tanu's husband. Pragya comes there and asks him to bring him before the judge. Aaliyah says we will expose Tanu after Bai and your marriage. She gets a call and tells that unconscious Tanu came. Pradeep is unconscious being drunk. Mr. Singhania goes to Tanu's house. Door is left open. Mr. Singhania thinks something is wrong and calls her, but there is no network. He gets inside the house and finds truth serum injection there. He thinks something is wrong for sure. He calls Ahbi. Ahbi rejects the call as judge asks him. Mr. Singhania thinks something is wrong for sure. I have to see if she is fine or not, else I have to call police. Ria sees someone bringing Tanu there and says it is my room. Aaliyah asks the guy to go. Pragya takes Ria's phone and takes Tanu's pic, sends her pic to Ahbi. She messages that she will come to Mandap and come. Ahbi asks her to come fast as puja is done. Pragya says I will go and get ready. Aaliyah says your bridal dress in Baljit daddy's room. Pragya says I will take it. Ria says Tanu is so evil. Aaliyah says we will lock her in Almira and then enjoy your mom and dad's marriage. Later Pandit Ji asks them to call the bride. Mitali brings the bride and makes her sit with Ahbi. Ahbi and the bride exchange garlands. Pandit Ji asks them to keep their hands on each other's hands. Mr. Singhania comes there. Judge says you are late. Ahbi recalls Pragya's words. Mitali asks Pandit Ji to start the marriage. Mr. Singhania says 1 minute and asks how did you come here? Aaliyah says we can talk after marriage. Mr. Singhania insists to see Tanu's face. Ahbi asks what are you doing, if anyone sees bride's face before marriage. Pandit Ji gives the Gatbandan and asks them to stand for rounds. Ria asks Aaliyah did you see Ranbir? Aaliyah says Ranbir is with Pradeep, he will bring him here to expose Tanu. Ahbi and the bride take the rounds. Pandit Ji asks them to sit and asks Ahbi to fill sindoor in her mang and make her wear Mangalsutra. Ahbi does the rituals. The marriage is declared completed. Ahbi and the bride take Pandit Ji's blessings. Judge wishes them and is about to leave. Ahbi tells Judge that he wants him to meet his wife. He lifts her veil and is shocked to see Tanu as his bride. Ria and Prachi also get shocked. Tanu smiles. Aaliyah and Mitali looks on. Judge says I never met Tanu Abhishek Mehra. Ahbi says Tanu shouldn't have been here. The call gets disconnected. Tanu asks Mr. Singhania to come with her and wink her eye at Aaliyah. Aaliyah smirks as she is the one who betrayed Pragya. Aaliyah looks at Mitali, who is her partner in crime. Her FB is shown. Aaliyah sends Ria to get Pooja stuff and takes out Tanu from the Almirah. She then makes her gain consciousness and tells about Pragya has your confession. She says Bai is waiting for Pragya in the mandap. Tanu says I will sit on Pragya's place this time. Aaliyah says I know. She sends the goon to make Pragya unconscious and says just as we get confirmation, we will come. Tanu thanks her. Aaliyah says I need business and property shares as you promised. Tanu says I will give whatever I have promised. Mitali comes there and laughs. She says I thought Langa is going on here, so I brought my plate. She asks Tanu to give her something to keep her mouth shut. Aaliyah says why not. She gets message from Goon and asks Tanu to come there as the bride. FB ends. Tanu asks Singhania to come. Ahbi is shocked and asks Aaliyah how did Tanu come here. Aaliyah says she doesn't know. Ahbi says you went to Pragya, I trusted you, then how did Pragya come here? Prachi cries. Ria is also shocked. She asks how did Tanu get mom's bridal dress and where is mom? Ahbi comes to daddy's room and knocks on the door asking Pragya if she is inside. Pragya gains consciousness and opens the door. Ahbi asks what are you doing here? He says I was waiting for you on the mandap. Pragya says I will get ready in 2 minutes. Ahbi says I got married to Tanu. He says marriage happened in front of judge and says I thought it is you, but it was Tanu. Pragya says someone came to my room and made me unconscious. Ahbi says we wouldn't have got this happen and my fear came true. Pragya asks him to calm down. He says you have promised me that you will do, but you couldn't do. She says Tanu will ruin my life in my house and I couldn't do anything. Pragya says no, I will think something. He regrets her decision that they will show the proofs to judge before marriage, but she insisted for marriage. He says we have failed. Pragya refuses to accept defeat and says I have promised you that marriage wouldn't happen. She tells that we have Pradeep and Tanu's confession video. Ranbir calls Pragya. Pragya comes there and tells Pradeep that Tanu betrayed you and got married to Abhishek Mehra. Aryan says I can't believe this. Ranbir says you was about to marry him. Pragya pleads in front of Pradeep to tell truth to judge. Thanks for watching till the end. Make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified for updates like this. Like, comment and share. Fearless.